I believe.
Yes.
So when I put my plan down, it told God, you know what? Okay, I'm serious about this. This is your plan. You want me to do this? Okay, then I'm putting some action behind it, God. I'm putting some action behind it. So now my action is in flow. I'm not on the shores of slavery no more. I'm pressing my way into the promise.
Yes.
Just like the children of Israel had to do. They had to position themselves to cross that great sea. And even after they crossed that great sea, they wandered around for 3 days looking for water. And so what God really wanted to get across to me was, okay, now you crossed the sea. So I'm like, God, seriously, look, we've been wandering for a long time here. We're just going on right now with my whole life. Let's get this thing in order. Right? I'm aware. I'm painfully aware of what's going on here. And so what God taught me out of that verse of scripture is that, yes, they wandered for 3 days. After even they crossed the Red Sea. So we can have some successes in our life. And then we're wandering around like, okay, Lord, what is going on? I'm thirsty out here. What's happening here? What's going down? But what happened is they started complaining. And so what God is saying is don't complain. What he was saying to me is don't complain. You do what Moses did. You begin to cry out to me. That was my strategic answer, to show up as who God created me to be so that I could do what he created me to do.
All right.
And you can't do that if you're crying and complaining.
Right. Come on.
So what ended up happening is Moses cried out to God. And God said, look. And there was a piece of wood. Moses threw that wood in the water. So what God said to me is, Kim, I want to change your strategy. God gave Moses a new strategy. He said, I know they're crying. I know they're coming against you. I know you hear all that in your ear. However, because you cried out to me, I'm going to show up with the strategy. They came to a place called Meribah, which means bitter. So they're crying and complaining and everything seemed bitter. But because Moses cried out to God, he got the strategy from God. He put the wood in the water. The bitter place became sweet.
Come on.
So God wants our bitter places to become sweet. But it's the right positioning and it's the right strategy. So if we're doing anything in our lives that remotely resembles complaining, in our minds and stuff we don't say out loud, like, oh my God, this is getting on my nerves, Jesus. He sees that. He knows that. And he has compassion. His tender mercies don't fail. However, he is a God that's saying, you are not in kindergarten anymore. I need you to respond to my grace.
Yes.
And when you respond to my grace, then just like Moses, you're going to throw the wood in the water. I'm going to show up with the strategy. The bitter place is going to turn sweet.
That's
and
good.
The bitter place turned sweet. And not only did it turn sweet, after they came through that great Red Sea, they were no longer on the shores of slavery, but now they were coming into the promise. They had a little bit more wandering around. God gave them a new strategy. God wants to give us a new strategy today. Whatever's not working, he wants to give you a new strategy.
All right.
And as that happened, they were able to drink. And history says because Moses threw that wood into the water, it not only quenched their thirst, but history said because of the minerals that were in that water, it was a laxative to flush all the uncleanness that they'd gone through the desert and all that, and flushed everybody out.
Yeah.
So God not only wants to take you out of Egypt, he wants to take the Egypt out of you.
Yes.
He will give you a
Jesus.
strategy.
Jesus.
I know you've been crying.
Jesus.
I know you've been complaining. I know you've been crying. I know
Come
you've been
on.
upset. But I'm trying to get you from crying and complaining.
Yes.
And fighting. I'm trying to get you to a new strategy because I don't just want to take you out of Egypt, girl. I want to take Egypt out of you.
Yes.
Come on, glory to God. Because when I take Egypt out of you, you want to know what happened next? God lined them up. There was 12 wells of water, and oasis was waiting for
Yes.
them. There was 70 palm trees waiting for them. But they had to get on the other side of the crying and the complaining and the wondering.
Come on now.
And I'm waiting on
Yes.
you. Baby, God is waiting on you. There was an oasis on the other side of that bitterness. It was an oasis on the other side of that bitterness. God wants to make the bitter water sweet to us.